Um, while on the subject of advice, we all have heard recently the problem with the hundreds of school children after school hanging around the cities and the various areas and the gambling areas. Let me say, it is so simple. What has to be done is that each school should get at least 2 or 3 volunteers to promote a program. Here's what I'm going to suggest. That school finishes at 3 o'clock or whatever the case may be. The business community, for instance, can get together where we can supply, say, 200, 300 or 400 chess games. You give it to the school and we provide little gifts, or so that when you have like a competition, and the children will stay there and they get whoever, once a week, the winner gets a certain gift to get a trip, or we can organize that, okay? So that will keep the children there at the school. Another area is most of them have little playgrounds. You get a guy good at football, a coach who volunteer to come and he'll teach them new tricks in football. Or if it can be in cricket. Another area is that people can think of, there are different, there's the aquatic center where a certain amount of children go there for an hour, 2 hours. They can have swimming lessons. You have to occupy the children, because a young, healthy child leaving school at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I mean, what happened 25 years ago doesn't happen today. People have changed. You know, the technology has sharpened the minds of all those children. So consequently, what one has to do, you have to live with the times and understand that those children need to be occupied. On one of my shows, I had the headmaster of the college, and who made it very clear that the masters today, when they go into a classroom, they are very nervous because certain children will ask them questions they can't answer, so they have to go there fully prepared. Look at recently what happened. A particular minister was giving a talk at one of the schools, and where he advised the students that they should not look towards government for employment when they finish. They should try to be a small entrepreneur. You know what the question was posed to the minister? So how come with all your education you're working for government? So today, you see, you understand you're dealing with a different class of person that's very sharp. And another thing that bothered me immensely was at a meeting, a high-level meeting in the last month with the British Society, British office in St. Lucia, who brought down people from away to discuss the amalgamation of the private sector in London with the private sector in St. Lucia through the Chamber of Commerce. And I raised a question to the people that came down and said, look, for instance, England helped us for years with our bananas, and we produced 10,000 tons of bananas a month. Okay? That's gone today, virtually. And this is what? And somebody in the crowd said, oh, well, you can't expect people to go in the hot sun to do agriculture. And I had to ask the question, is the sun hotter in Ecuador as in St. Lucia? Trinidad is buying bananas from Ecuador. Yeah? Trinidad is next door to us. We need to go back to the agricultural area and produce. And from there, one thing leads to another, because it takes people off the streets. And I said also with the STEP program people, instead of putting them on the side of the road, we really need to have those people engage in a productive area where we can get something back. Because anything money you spend in life, you should try to get a return on it always. So, okay, should I end? Yeah. On that score, I think my time is up. I've said my piece, and I hope my contribution today can be seen as something positive, and whereby governments and people can revisit where St. Lucia is going, because this is our island and we must help it, help St. Lucia and save St. Lucia. Thank you.